I'm gonna make sure we are live and share this super quickly. I'm super excited about today. It is hot. Oh, it is hot in Colorado. If you are popping on, let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're watching from. It's always fun. All right, let me share this. I'm going to share this video into my Facebook group, Fiercely Unstoppable Entrepreneurs. Definitely come check us out if you are not there already. Fiercely Unstoppable Entrepreneurs. Hell yes. Awesome. And then I'm going to share this onto my personal page just really quickly, and we'll dive in together. How's everyone doing today? Hey guys. Yay, you're popping on. Awesome. So exciting. Come say hey to me. Perfect. Hey, Jennifer. Okay. We're going to go live on Instagram. We're going to go live on all of the cool things. So, hey, guys. How's everyone doing? As you're popping on, if you're watching the replay or whatever, let me know that you're watching the replay. If this is your first time ever watching one of my videos, I would love to know. I had some first timers last week or yesterday or a few days ago, I don't even remember, and they commented first time, and I just thought it was so fun. So if you are first time, it's nice to meet you. I'll introduce myself super quickly. I am Brooke Allison, a mind shift coach and achievement strategist. I help badass women up-level their confidence, find clarity, and define their purpose so that they can become unstoppable. Really unstoppable. Together, we design a business and a mindset that is fiercely unstoppable, and it is so exciting. So, how's everyone's day going? Happy Wednesday. It is hot. Like I said earlier, it is hot here in Colorado. Tomorrow is supposed to be like 102 degrees. Can you believe it? Like, I am not ready for that at all. But, okay, besides the point, that's not what I want to talk about today. Hey, Cheyenne. What I want to talk to you about is setting high standards and how it's okay to do that, but I'm going to tell you what not to do because you set those high standards, okay? So, setting high standards is really good. Like, I am an achiever. Who are my fellow achievers here? Give me a comment, give me some love, give me a heart. Whatever, if you are a fellow achiever with me, I'm an achiever. And something that I've realized about myself is that I always live in the future rather than just being in the present. And something that I have done over and over and over again, especially in the place when, if I look back on my life when I was on a hamster wheel, and maybe I didn't have clarity, maybe I didn't have my thoughts in the right place, whatever that was during that moment in time. When I was on that hamster wheel, and I knew exactly where I wanted to go. And I was like, all right, by July 30th, that's my birthday, so I don't know why that came to mind, but by July 30th, I am going to do blank, blank, and blank. And then July 30th comes, and you're like, shit, sure didn't get that done. Sure didn't make that happen. Hey, Claire. Who in here has had some major goals that they were so determined to hit that then all of a sudden they were running after it, the date came, and they didn't hit it? Guys, I'm calling you out. We have all been there. Come on. I know we have. We have all been there. And that's the thing, is to know that you're not alone in this. So the problem is not setting those high achievements. It's okay to have your standards high. It's okay to raise your standards. It's okay to know that you are a freaking badass. What's not okay is when you beat yourself up over it. When you get to that deadline towards the goal and you suddenly think that you're not good enough, or even when you get halfway to the deadline and you start to lose your belief and start to beat yourself up, because every time you beat yourself up, you are telling your brain, hey, you don't deserve to be happy. Stop doing this. This is stupid. Why are you even doing this? And you start to doubt yourself. And those fears, those gremlins, those negative thoughts, all the bullshit. Hey, Ashley, all of the bullshit comes up when you aren't in complete clarity, when you aren't in alignment, when you aren't completely focused on your goal and you don't believe that it will completely happen. If you don't believe it's going to happen, it's not going to happen. But the problem that I find with my past self, you guys, I am calling myself out on this. You know, I am just real, raw, and open with you. What I find is that people set this goal and they're so freaking excited about it, and they set their standards high, and they're like, okay, I am a person of high caliber and I deserve this and I'm going to make this happen. And they're so ambitious about it. It's okay to be that, right? But then when we don't see it coming to fruition, when we think we're in control of the situation and suddenly the middle of the month comes and you're like, by the end of the month, I'm doing this. And all of a sudden the middle of the month comes and you've gotten no progress. How many times do we give up? And then we beat ourselves up over it. And we tell ourselves, well, we're not good enough. Or we're not like that other person over there who is, where we want to be. And we're, they have a really supportive husband. And I just don't have that. And we start to make excuses. And the problem is that your brain then provides the evidence to prove that excuse right. Hey, Kathy, to prove that excuse right, to prove that thought right, to prove you beating yourself up right. And then you have all this evidence piled up. And the next time you set a goal, the same thing happens. And then we become in this cycle. So I'm inviting you to do something different. What if, instead of not hitting the goal, what if instead of beating yourself up, you just changed the date? What if you were grateful for everything that came into fruition otherwise? Like, you have amazing things in your life. Even if you have to make a gratitude list where you are literally like, I am grateful for my cat. I am grateful for the sun. I am grateful for electricity. Like, just silly shit, right? When I first started writing gratitude lists after leaving my really abusive relationship, I was like, but I'm not grateful for anything. I was just in a really negative place, and I know that wasn't true, but that's where my thoughts were. And I was like, but what am I really grateful for? And then I had to think about it, and it was super basic. So what if instead of beating yourself up for not hitting your goal, like I said, instead, be grateful for how far you've come, be grateful for what you have, and celebrate what you did accomplish. Every single month, make a celebration list because you are a freaking badass and you are making massive things happen, but most likely you are the only one who's not seeing that. We are the hardest, being our own worst critics it's a phrase for a reason, Hey, BZ, I hope that's how you pronounce your name. So nice to see you here. I'm excited to connect with you. But we are our own worst critics, right? That's a saying for a reason. And so, hey, Nikki, every time we beat ourselves up, we are just diminishing our power, and we are giving our power away to other people and other things. And what we need to remember is that all these outside sources, they are not your source. You are your source. You are your power. So why do we keep giving it away? Love your excitement. Thanks, BZ. Guys, I'm so pumped up about this. So what if instead we just release judgment? Why do we keep judging ourselves and not being where we want to be? Hi, beautiful. Back at you, Nikki. What if we release the judgment? We are the only ones inside of ourselves that tells us that a situation is good or bad. We are the only people that tell ourselves if a situation is good or bad. So why does a situation have to be bad? Does not reaching your goal, does not meeting your standards actually mean that you are any less of a person? Absolutely not, right? And so I know that I work with a lot of coaches and aspiring coaches and people who really want to go to the next level. Just because something happens, or maybe you don't book your clients right away, or maybe you lose a client or whatever, does that mean you're any lesser of a coach? Does that mean that you're any lesser at what you do? No. You are amazing exactly as you are. So why can't we just be comfortable and confident where we are and know and trust that, of course, things are going to happen? One thing I know for sure is every time I freak out about money, or I freak out about something not going as planned, there's a saying that when you make a plan, like, God laughs at you for a reason, right? So, we only are so much in control. But when things don't necessarily go my way or the way that I desire them to, sometimes I go back to my old way of thinking, the old Brooke, and I forget all my new strategies, and I forget that I'm no longer the Brooke that stresses about that stuff. I'm no longer the Brooke that worries about those things, because I go back to my old self and my old thoughts. Every time that happens, and I go through like, okay, well, I have to make this happen. I have to make this happen. I have to make this happen now. And then eventually I release that. That's when the magic happens. Literally instantly, like in an instant after that is when magic comes together. So we owe it to ourselves, you guys, to celebrate every single step of the way, because when you don't celebrate, you are actually telling your brain that what you did wasn't that big of a deal, when it probably was, when it was an amazing deal and you made amazing things happen, and people look at you and they say, oh my gosh, did you see what she just did? How incredible. How incredible. And here you are diminishing your power because you think it's not good enough, because that's what your brain is telling you. Stop beating yourself up. I give you permission right now to stop beating yourself up. I want you to just breathe that in and just say, all right, I'm done beating myself up. I know that I am worthy. I know that I deserve this. And I know that I am powerful. And ask yourself, what would the most powerful you go do today? What would the most powerful you go do today? Because I believe in you guys so freaking much. Like, you can make massive things happen, 100%. So stop judging the situations. Stop beating yourself up for not being where you want to be. Celebrate every step of the way and notice how far you've come, because you guys, this is almost my year anniversary in my business. So woohoo, like celebrating that. And if I look at my life a year ago and how far I've come, it is absolutely amazing. And it almost brings me to tears, because last year I was in a place where I was struggling. I was on food assistance. I was working 3 jobs and a different business. And I was pretty sure I was going to have to move back home. I was pretty sure that I was going to have to throw in the towel and try to do something different and not actually follow my dreams and like get a 9-to-5, which I never wanted. And yet here I am, not even a year later. And this is what has happened. This is how much I've changed. And you have changed so much too. And it's important to recognize that. So you're amazing, you guys. I just was literally calling on my heart to talk about this today, that it is completely okay to have and set high standards, but it is not okay to continue to beat yourself up when you don't hit your goals. So let's knock out this amazing, amazing month strong. It is the 27th of June. Woohoo! There are still so many days. So if you're sitting here thinking, oh, there's no way I'm going to hit my end of the month goal, I call bullshit. Bullshit on all of it. You've got this. So run after it as if it's the first. You've totally got it. And if something doesn't work out, change the date. That is the beautiful thing about running after goals, is you are in control of changing the date. You are in control of how you feel about it. And you get to celebrate all of the wins that you've had so far this month. So if this is speaking to you, you guys, I have a few spaces left to work with me one-on-one, but they're going really fast. I just booked another new client. And so if you are like, I need to learn more about this girl, I need to learn more about what it's like to work with her, book a free call with me. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the comments on Facebook. It's bit.ly/Brooke Power Chat, if it will let me. But if you guys are watching the replay, just let me know that you're here. I love seeing this. I definitely read all the comments. And if you love this, feel free to share this. But until next time, I'll see you later. And